And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Freak in a two-guard. Ginobili out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Parker, and it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings put together a nice one. He had 6 points and did a lot of his work from the charity stripe, getting to the foul line over and over. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out. Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the...
And so that brings the first...
Okay, listen up. There's some things we can do to quiet this crowd down. Now let's go over that first half. On offense, we haven't had the balance we need between the perimeter and the low post. Too much of our scoring is coming from outside. Let's fix that in the second half and work the ball inside more. Now I'll give credit what credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball.
The second half just about to get going here. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role.
Freak's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Suns leading by 9. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. Marquise Morris is out there with Chandler, and it's Warren in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Parker. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. The Spurs have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
And Tony Parker drops them both. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Chandler with the screen on Parker. Kicks it to Knight. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. That's 10 points for Brandon Knight. Now here's Parker.
Move the ball.
Duncan outside. Dishes it to Freak. Kept alive. Duncan lays it up and banks it in. Duncan's got 7.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Bledsoe against Parker. Bledsoe dishes to Chandler. They double him with Freak. 5 to shoot. Chandler with a screen for Bledsoe. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the pass to Leonard. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Aldridge. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. He's got 8.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Knight into the lane. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Knight's got 12 in the game. So for Phoenix, their last game a win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Morris with a screen on Parker. To the inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Duncan. Chandler with the steal. Hit his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. Cody Zeller's checked in for Phoenix. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Markieff Morris. Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Phoenix making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Warren. Booker comes in for Knight. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for Duncan. And it's Green in for LaMarcus Aldridge. There's a screen. Here's Temple. 6 on the shot clock. Not gonna go as it bounces high off the rim. Right side, Green. He kicks to Freak. And another basket for San Antonio. 1:21 left in the third. Here's Temple, covered by Mills. And Temple kicks to Zeller. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Mills, and it's San Antonio with another.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
And Temple kicks to Zeller. Phoenix, no good that time either.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Picked by Zeller. Here's Temple, covered by Mills. Picked by Zeller. 13 feet away. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. 2 shots. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. "19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They set the pick. Diaw, the screen. To the wing right side.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
The Spurs have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. 2 shots. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Here's Temple. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a monster shot to close out.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. He's making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Chandler. P.J. Tucker comes in for Warren. And it's Booker in for Brandon Knight. Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio. Freak comes in for Patty Mills. On the court right now for the Spurs. Leonard is the 3 with Duncan the 4. Freak is out there with Tony Parker. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, down low. Parker kicks to Freak. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
And now, your son's
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Cody Zeller. Warren comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Brandon Knight in for Booker.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not. Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Knight. He's got 14 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
And it's San Antonio with another. That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
Yeah, he simply said, sit down and keep quiet with that one.
And that's exactly what they're doing. There is no noise in the stands right now.
Can't hit. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Aldridge, wide open, he fires. There's Freak. It falls.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Teletovic hits the 3.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the on.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Aldridge with a screen on Bledsoe. Parker passes to Aldridge. Chandler with the rebound, and now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Okay, guys, we are down, but not out. Focus and execute. Freak, you're our leader out there. Now let's go.
17 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Parker dishes to Aldridge. To the middle, tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Knight. Ball's knocked loose. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Eight seconds left in the 4th. And here's Freak. And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight.